Okay. Let's see the Dragon Ball one. Okay, no. Oh yes, an eating contest. Okay. Muko. Nagisa. Nakito. Nakamoru. Paco. Wanto. Whew. Ryoma. Saka. Saika. Shirokuma. Shuichi. Sonya. Taichi. Tanko. Teru. The Servant. THH Toko. Ultra Despair Goes Toko. Sumugi. Ultimate Imposter. Usami. Yasuhiro. Yuta. And of course I'm bringing Leon back. Nagito is just doing this for the prize money. Sumugi plans to cheat to ensure victory in the eating contest. It's Sonya's first time at an eating contest. Same with Ultimate Imposter. The servant is ready to eat. Taichi investigates a food fight and is immediately disqualified. The moron. Oh no. Poor Taichi. Nagisa and Leon don't think they'll be able to eat more than Toko, but are going to try. Shuichi, Saka, and Nekomaru are confident that Mataro is going to reach their limit first. Toko and Shirokuma share strategies on how to win the event. Okay, so I'm gonna just say Toko and Toko instead of what game version she is. Wait. Okay. Opening round 1. Nagisa gazes at Sakura with malice throughout the meal. Passing the first few rounds effortlessly, Saka is starting to slow down somewhat. After eating too quickly, Sonya begins to choke on their meal. They aren't able to cough it up in time. After clearing several plates, Leon feels ready to quit, but the chanting crowd rallies them into a second wind. Shirokuma effortlessly progresses to the next round. After clearing several plates, Toko is left wincing as they attempt to push themselves even further. After clearing several plates, Tsumugi can't possibly eat anymore and taps out. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Closing round 1. Toko just manages to swallow their last bite as the bell sounds for the next round. They've made it barely. Nagisa and Teru manage to match each other bite for bite, reaching the next round at exactly the same time. Peko collapses face first into her plate. Hiro celebrates, but Peko comes back with a vengeance and finishes their plate. Nekomaru sneakily switches plates with Yuta, who had less food remaining. Yuta didn't notice and they both advance to the next round. Toko collapses face first into a plate. Ultimate Imposter celebrates, but Toko comes back with a vengeance and finishes their plate. Panting with exhaustion, the servant manages to clear the last plate before sitting back and nursing their aching stomach. The next round might be it. Opening round 2. Hero paces themselves, eating steadily until they manage to advance to the next round. After clearing several plates, Ultimate Imposter slurps down the last of his noodles with gusto and progresses to the next round. Shirokuma sneaks some of his food onto Sayaka's plate. They didn't even notice. The servant and Ryoma finish their meals easily. Toko struggles throughout. Eating quickly, Sakura taunts Nagisa, who lags behind. The taunting only serves to empower Nagisa and they pick up their pace. Yuta eats like a frenzied maniac, managing to clear every plate without any signs of slowing down. Shuichi grows worried. Oh, look at Shuichi, worrying about someone who he possibly doesn't even know. Whew. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Closing round 2. So, Shirokuma sneakily switches plates with Nagisa, who had less food remaining. Nagisa doesn't notice, and they both advance to the next round. The servant manages to outpace Muko, Peko, and Hiro as they eat with gusto. They're a serious threat. Ultimate Imposter just manages their last bite as the bell sounds for the next round. They made it barely. Chewing wearily, Teru manages to swallow the last bite and advance to the next round. Sakura has developed the hiccups. This doesn't go well. Leon pleads with Ryoma to help them finish their play. Ryoma takes pity on Leon and helps out. Aww. Opening round 3. Quickly, Teru taunts Leon, who lags behind. The taunting only serves to empower Leon, and they pick up their pace. Quickly. Well, actually, Saka does the same thing to Ultimate Imposter. Yuta gazes at Toko with malice throughout the meal. Quickly, Shuichi taunts Nekomaru, who lags behind. The taunting only serves to empower Nekomaru, and they pick up their pace. The servant sneakily douses Hiro's meal and Yam's famous 7-alarm chili sauce. Hiro leaps up from the table, breathing fire, and is disqualified. Closing round 3. Panting with exhaustion, Shirokuma manages to clear the last plate before sitting back and nursing their aching stomach. The next round might be it. Nekomaru just manages to swallow their last bite as the bell sounds for the next round. They made it barely. Ryoma manages to outpace Nagisa, Toko, and Peko as they eat with gusto. They're a serious threat. Leon has developed the hiccups. This doesn't go well. Shuichi feels that he can't possibly eat another bite. This changes when they unbutton their pants. I don't know why, but I like the gender neutral pronouns. Opening round 4. Ultimate Imposter.
It's my fault. No matter what we do, we'll never be able to keep up with Hindby. They're too big. We're just the little guy. It's okay, mijo. I'm proud of you for trying. I'm just sad we're not.
Eats like a frenzied maniac, managing to clear every plate without any signs of slowing down. Leon grows void. Bato effortlessly progresses to the next round. Yuta and Sakura finish their meals easily. The servant struggles throughout. Shirokuma effortlessly progresses to the next round.
Sorry, Par, but wait a minute. You just gave me an idea about how to save this place. Cool.
Opening round 4. Yuta sneakily switches plates with Sakura, who have less food remaining. Sakura doesn't notice and they both advance to the next round. Peko pleads with Wantoro to help them finish their plate. Wantoro takes pity on Peko and helps out. Leon does the same with Ryoma, and Ryoma takes pity on Leon and helps out. The servant feels that they can't possibly eat another bite. This changes when they unbutton their pants. Nagisa tries to chew through the paint but ends up passing out face first into a bowl of Megumi noodles. Opening round 5. Wantoro effortlessly progresses to the next round. We almost sneak some of his food onto Shirokuma's plate, but unnoticed and immediately disqualified. Thinking about the prize money, Nekomaru manages to finish their plate after some deliberation.
I just want to say, let's pretend it never happened. Yeah, okay. You know, I think we're going to be in business for a long time, right?
Closing round 5. Peko manages to outpace Nekomaru, the servant, and Wantoro as they eat with gusto. They're a serious threat. Toko collapses face first into a plate. Shirokuma celebrates, but Toko comes back with a vengeance and finishes their plate. Leon feels that they can't possibly eat another bite. This changes when they unbutton their pants. The main course is swapped out for trays of cakes, pies, and ice cream. The crowd begins to chant Wantoro's name, which impels them further. Nekomaru pushes too far and they fail the competition after gagging. Leon is an eating machine. Toko and Peko have forged a new rivalry. Opening round 6. Wait. Okay, Shirokuma finishes the meal but notices Leon struggling. They mock them as they try to finish. Thinking about the prize money, Toko manages to finish their plate after some deliberation. Come on, Leon, baby, you can do it. Closing round 6. The servant collapses face first into his plate. Peko celebrates, but the servant comes back with a vengeance and finishes their plate. Toko's eyes roll back as they fall backwards, clutching their stomach. They finish before they hit the floor. Aww, he didn't do it. Opening round 7. After clearing several plates, Wantoro slurps down the last of his noodles with gusto and progresses to the next round. Shirokuma finishes their meal but notices the servant struggling. They provide them support until they finish. Peko and Wantoro are paired off and forced to eat until one falls. Peko barely edges out Wantoro. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Oops. The eating champion is Shirokuma from District 5. He placed 5th place. That's good enough. Ew, I can't believe I keep doing this. I'm doing an all girls one.
It says her signature move is the tornado twist. What's that? Glad you asked.
Wait.
Sergio. La Tormenta, stand on the top rope. Here it comes, the move everyone's been waiting
Yeah.
for. Tornado twist. That was awesome. Wait till you see La Tormenta do it. And tomorrow's your last chance. It's her final world championship before she retires. I am so in. It is an honor to accept this award. Don't forget to speak up so the people in the cheap seats can hear you. And stand up straight. What are you guys up to? We're rehearsing Carlos's acceptance speech for his award ceremony. Oh, yeah. When is that again?
Let's do the hospital.
Of course. Tomorrow. Great. I'm so happy that the whole family will be there to support me. That's what we Casa Grandes do.
Actually, let's do all boys.
Same exact time as the Lucha Libre Championship. I want to support Tio Carlos, but the only way to watch the match is on pay TV. I can't miss La Tormenta's last fight. Ooh, I know. Tell your family you have a fear of award ceremonies, or you can't go out because you're under house arrest. Of course, then we have to find one of those braces for your ankle, or I can pretend to be sick so I can.
Byakuya,
Wait, won't that be hard? Your mom's
Chihiro,
true.
Fuyuhiko,
You just have to step up your game.
Gonta, Gundam,
You gotta make yourself look sick. You also have to
Haiji,
high enough that your mom lets you stay home, but not so high that she totally freaks out.
Hajime,
Then tell your mom you're sick.
Hifumi,
That way she won't realize you're faking.
Hiroko. Wait, no, Joto. Oops. It's so Joto. Kibo,
That's pretty warm. You should stay home today. Get some rest and drink.
Kaito,
I will stay here and take care.
Kazuichi,
I mean, I'll be fine. Really.
Kurumi. No, not Kurumi.
Call me if you feel worse. Frida, please tell Carlos how sorry
Kyotaka,
big day of all the times to be called into work. Don't worry, Abuela. I've taken care of
Kokichi,
plenty of times before. Come on, Rosa. We don't want to get stuck with the cheap seat.
Koikyo, Kurokuma,
Love these capes you made.
Leon, Makoto, Mazoru,
My dad? Why is he calling? Hey, Dad. Hey, Your abuela called me.
Mondo,
Oh, yeah, totally sick. Well, let me take a look at you. Let's see.
Monodam,
Hold on one sec. Oh my. Yep, not a pretty sight. Well, Mom
Monokid,
took it off, so I should probably
Monokuma,
calling Dad. I love you. Bye. Nice job. That's right, Crusher. Yes.
Monosuke,
Hey, Bonnie Ann. Your abuela asked me to check on you.
Monoto,
What do we do?
Nagisa,
Come in because.
yeah,
But that sounds really serious. Sergio, help!
Nagito, Nakamaru, Wanto, Ryoma, Shirokuma,
Center for Extremely Dangerous Colds and Spreadable Diseases. I need you to leave this contaminated area immediately. It's for your own safety, ma'am. Don't worry, it's me. Yeah, I know. How'd you pull that off? Oh, the suit just zips up the front.
Shuichi,
Never mind. You're amazing.
Taichi, Teru,
What is she doing here? Quick, leave through my room.
Ultimate Imposter. There we go.
No. I won't get stressed. And you know what? I'm actually starting to feel better. So I'm gonna just put the TV back on. Nonsense. Mrs. Carnegie told me a man from the health department was here, so I know this is serious. Don't worry. My
Yes, the hospital.
feel better in no time. Special remedies? Ew, this smells like minty fish. Is it really necessary?
Taka kills Teruto, Nagisa, and Gonta and uses their limbs and organs to construct monodam. Jato is a doctor at the hospital. Oh, that's so cute.
No, she's torturing me with
Kaito tries to revive Kazuichi and Makoto, but is only able to save Kazuichi.
You would feel much better once you sweat out your secret. Just rest.
Monokuma was born with glass bones and paper skin. He decided it would be best to stay at the hospital after suffering a heart attack. Oh my god. Why does that sound like that one SpongeBob episode?
Nothing. Probably
Shuichi had lost his medical license many years ago, but he is still a doctor. Taichi, Haiji, Leon, Hifumi, and Gundam are at the hospital so that they can pay their final respects to Nagito. Aww.
Tormenta is about to do the tornado twist. Oh, the tornado twist.
Kurokuma and Kibo use pillows to snuff out sleeping Hajime and Izuru. Day 1. Wait. Okay. Day 1. Haji, Kibo, Nekomaru, and Ultimate Imposter
I know you're nervous, but
get lost in the hospital. Mento eventually finds them and guides them to safety. Monokid tears out Hifumi's heart and drops a new heart in him. The new heart works wonders and Hifumi will live a better life now. Leon takes his medication and begins to get sleepy. What's wrong with Leon? Why is he on medication?
and watch the Lucha Libre World Championship. I am so sorry.
Jato and Kurokuma find Monatello dying on the floor. They decide to save his life. Monokuma gave one of his kidneys to Kaito. Since when did Monokuma have a kidney? He's a robotic bear.
One more person I'd have
Kokichi was the doctor who performed the operation. Chihiro gets stuck in an elevator for the entire day. Oh my gosh. Shuichi notices that the plug to Taichi's life support system isn't in the power socket. He decides to plug it in. Ew. Why is there a piece of hair? Ew. Night 1. Haiji watches TV in Monodom's room. Monodom throws a pillow at him to kick him out of the room. Kurokuma undergoes plastic surgery. When he wakes up, he sees that he now looks like Taichi. Oh god, that's horrifying. Mondo tries to treat his infection. Matoro forgets to properly set up a syringe and accidentally kills Monosuke with it. Byakuya and Kokichi are part of a secret experiment performed by Monokuma. Monokuma managed to swap their brains. Chihiro pokes Monotero with a syringe. Nothing happens. Day 2. Shuichi and Leon suspect that Monotero isn't really a doctor. Taichi finds a floating pill in the corner of a room. He runs away in fear. Monokuma rides around on a wheelchair the entire day. Nagito rides around on a wheelchair the entire day. Haiji pokes Gundam with a syringe. Nothing happens. Kurokuma and Mondo throw Byakuya off the roof. It takes the ambulance 2 hours to get him, but he will live for another day. One cannon shot can be heard in the intercom system. Night 2. Monodom decides to take some pills. He ends up falling asleep. Chihiro, Byakuya, Leon, and Nagito are waiting in line so that they can use the vending machine. Kurokuma gave one of his kidneys to Nekomaru. Mondo was the doctor who performed the operation. Taka decides to take some pills. He ends up going slightly crazy. Uh-oh, that's not good. Kiba watches TV in Bantoro's room. Bantoro throws a pillow at him to kick him out of the room. That's robophobic. Day 3. Shuichi manages to remove the bomb that was in Nagito. He shouldn't be the ultimate detective. He should be the ultimate doctor instead. Taka and Chihiro play Operation for the entire day. Jotaro tends to his wounds. Leon notices that the plug to Nekomaru's life support system isn't in the power socket. He decides to plug in. Good job, Leon.
My friends forced me to send my bat mitzvah footage. My friend was like, oh, what's that? That was popcorn.
Hifumi and Gundam suspect that Monodom isn't really a doctor. Monotero puts a very large syringe into a crossbow and shoots it at Mondo. Mondo feels much better now. Kurokuma performs an operation on Haiji. It was a success. I wish it wasn't. Night 3. Nagito puts a very large syringe into a crossbow and shoots it at Leon. Leon feels much better now. Kaito decides to take some pills. He ends up falling asleep. Gundam and Kurokuma play Operation for the entire night. When Toro beats Shuichi to death with a crutch. Poor Shuichi. Chihiro dies from an aneurysm. What is that? What is an aneurysm? Taka forgets to properly set up a syringe and accidentally kills Monokuma with it. Kokichi and Monotaro watch Nekomaru put knives into his leg. They decide to assist him. Day 4. Monokid tears out Kurokuma's heart and drops a new heart in him. The new heart works wonders and Kurokuma will live a better life now. Taka, Nekomaru, and Monodon wait at the waiting room the entire day. Nagito gave one of his kidneys to Leon. When Toro was the doctor who performed the operation. Aww. Shirokuma tends to his wounds. Gundam decides to take some pills. He ends up going slightly crazy. 3 cannon shots can be heard from the intercom system. Night 4. Kurokuma and Nekomaru are watching Shirokuma perform an operation on Haiji. They laugh when Shirokuma accidentally kills Haiji doing it. Good job, Shirokuma. Kokichi finds a green and purple pill on the floor. He wonders where it came from. But Toro uses the defibrillators to save Leon. Good job, Aunt Toro. Taka and Kibo play Operation for the entire night. Day 5. Kibo tries to treat his infection. Kurokuma and Kaito play doctor in the closet. Kokichi and Gundam suspect that Hifumi isn't really a doctor. Leon and Jotaro play Operation for the entire day. Shirokuma and Nagito watch Monotaro put knives into his leg. They decide to assist him. 1 cannon shot can be heard from the intercom system. Night 5. Mondo kills Shirokuma for his kidneys. Kaito pours a bag of blood over Byakuya and Gundam. Leon browses around in the gift shop. Monotaro discovers that the hospital has a gym. He wants to enter it, but the gym is closed for the night. Nagito finds a syringe on the ground. He decides to pocket it for some reason. Day 6. Nekomaru dies from an aneurysm. Kokichi botches Leon's nose job. Leon decides to kill him for doing so. Mondo and Monotaro ask Kurokuma for his organs so they can live. Kurokuma complies and dies from the lack of organs. Taka decides to take some pills. He ends up self-eating in a drug-induced depression. Kiba botches Gundam's nose job. Gundam decides to kill him for doing so. 7 cannon shots can be heard from the intercom system. The funny thing about Taka dying from self-eat is it actually goes back to his beta death, where he was supposed to hang himself after Mondo's death. It made me think of that for some reason. Night 6. Monodam kills Monotero and puts the organs into Byakuya. One of the organs were infected and ends up killing Byakuya. Leon, Wantoro, and Hifumi wait at the waiting room for the entire night. The cafeteria. The cafeteria is a disgusting place to visit. Leon and Monokid pelt Gundam with food. He does not survive. Nagito and Monodam pelt Mondo with food. He does not survive. Day 7. Leon decides to visit Monodam's room. Hifumi gave one of his kidneys to Wentaro. Nagito was the doctor who performed the operation. Night 7. Wait. Okay, night 7. Hifumi and Kaito are roommates. Hifumi wants to sleep, but Kaito won't stop talking to him. Tired of taking care of Leon and Wentaro, Monokid decides to kill them by overdosing them. But they survive. Day 8. Leon takes his medication and begins to get sleepy. Same with Wentaro. Night 8. Nagito and Kaito ask Leon for his organs so that they can survive. Leon complies and dies from the lack of organs. Wentaro finds a green and purple pill on the floor. He wonders where it came from. Day 9. Kaito uses a scalpel to cut Monodam into pieces. Nagito dies from chemotherapy treatment. You know what's funny about chemotherapy treatment for Nagito? It's actually canon that Nagito has some sort of cancer. Yeah, he was diagnosed with lymphoma. I don't know why GOG fandom says he's 16 when he's actually 20 in the game. Oh yeah. If Nagita, I mean not Nagita. Nagito was supposed to die in his early 20s from lymphoma, then how come he isn't dead? Like, yeah.
It's worth being clean to see how brown the water got. But the best part was this. I found it in the drain. Can I keep it? Sure. Lola, you gotta meet my new friend, Harry. Boogie down with that new Thursday night. This album's amazing.
Wait a minute, he couldn't have been born in 1993.
Was that lawyer kid? What's his name? Lawyer? That's him. The side hustle still in dead disco. We gotta find another job. Then I am not scripting up pigeon mess. It's poop, Lex. Just say. Down with a brand new Danger Force, followed by an all-new side hustle. Catch up now on your DVR or on demand. At Chuck E. Cheese, we're built for the always curious, for the movers and the groovers, the foodies, and those who think they've still got it. We're built for fun for the whole family. And
He's 29.
Chuck E. Cheese.
How come he didn't die?
Time to slide. It's so tall. 1, 2, whee! Who's hungry? I love sleeping under the stars. Good night. Sleep tight. Dream paper, assembled all sorts of we could be anything. All aboard. The Walt Disney World Magical 50th Celebration is heading to McDonald's.
I have another birthday. I mean, not birthday. I have another question.
When you see things differently, you can be the difference.
If he was born in 1993,
Flex Pad learning format lets you set deadlines and earn your nursing degree on your schedule.
then then how are you guys born in 1993 if you're younger than him?
Welcome to a Sleepy Sack surprise. Every happy napper goes from the perfect play pillow to a super soft sleepy sack with a simple pull and zip. And then your child can snuggle up and nap inside of it. They're your go-anywhere friends that play with you all day. Then when it's time to sleep, just pull on their feet. Sleepy time, playtime, anytime is happy napper time. And when the napping is done, they easily fold back in for even more fun. You can get your happy napper for $49.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling. Plus, you'll get a digital storybook free with your paid order. There's so many happy nappers to choose from. And more fun.
Poor Leon is unlucky.
You can log on at happynappers.com to get yours. So many laughs, so good times. We're gonna try something new. I'm gonna need all of your help. And play all the Nicktoons at once. RBC was a huge mistake. Maybe there's a reason you play these
Okay, this is the last one.
1, 2, 3. That's 4 new deaths since last weekend.
I'm doing all females.
Which means the rest of you need to keep quiet and behave. If we find even one more Nick on Benzilla, you can say goodbye to your driving privileges indefinitely. We promise. Wow, way to dish out the discipline, hon. Thanks. You know, we have really got this parenting thing down to a science.
Whew.
Nice clip. Oh no, thank you.
Oops.
Hey, I ain't got time for medical speak, Doc. I'm sitting on a bed of month-old flippies that needs moving. You won't be back on your feet for at least a week. Is there someone who can take care of you? Nah, Flip's a lone wolf. Oh! Cheese and crackers. You guys, this is all our fault. We should take care of Flip. But how can we do that without Mom and Dad finding out what we did? Yeah, we'll lose Vanzilla privileges forever. We can hide him in the morgue. A few beds just opened up. Or we could just hide him in our attic. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Quiet, far away from Mom and Dad's room. The attic it is. Now we just need a safe way to get him there. Alright, by my calculations, we have 37.23 minutes to get Flip in the attic before our parental units arrive home from work. Dad, everyone down! I know how to distract you. Hi, I'd like to make a song request. Strap in and start clanging, because we got a special request for the new 27-minute single from Cowbell and Sebastian. Oh, this is my favorite song ever! Sorry about the rough ride, Flip. Don't worry. Old Flip's tough as sandpaper. 14.34 minutes. Almost in the clear. Oh, my bad. Oh, Mom, did I tell you about Carol's new haircut? Oh, no, I don't think you did. She's got bangs. I mean, so brave, right? Sure I saw a perfectly good door on the front of the house. Nah, this is way easier. Dang, but all this up and down is rabbit ladders.
Okay.
Wait, you haven't even seen the pics yet. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Watch out for the door! Here's Carol with a headband. So cute. Oh, there's more. And here's how her bangs look pinned back. Still cute, right? Right? Sorry, Lily really needs a change. Oh, I'll do it. I got it. Never mind. It's all you. Was the broom closet taken? This is the comfiest spot in the house. And you have access to my collection
Okay.
of medical equipment.
The restaurant.
Who's got a hankering for takeout?
This is the worst restaurant in the world. All it serves is misery, death, and horrible food. Kurumi has been Employee of the Month for many years. Akane plans to make that change very soon. Hina was to leave for an appointment meeting but decides to stay to drink more coffee.
Oh, hey, kids. What are you doing in the attic?
Kaede has been hired by the restaurant to fix the soda machine. Monica is a cook at the restaurant. Same with Celeste. Komaru and Mahiru are hired by the restaurant to fix the ice cream machine. Morning 1. Hiyoko watches a funny kids cartoon where an adult man hurts his wrist. Hiyoko laughs at it. Akane and Kaede argue about salt. Kyoko ruins her breakfast coffee when putting milk and sugar into it. Ibuki tries to eat an unreasonable amount of food and begins to throw up. Junko demonstrates her cooking talents to Manafune, Miu, and Hina. They are not impressed. Mahiru cuts up her finger when making orange juice. How does that happen? One bell ring can be heard in the distance. Night 1. Monica and Kuroko kick the ice cream machine in hopes that it will fix the machine. It only ends up spraying them with ice cream. Maki serves a flaming dish to Kaede. Kaede begins to eat it without questioning it. Hamiko hits the back of Komaru's head with a pen, knocking her out. Celeste finds a lobster tank and starts to eat from there. Manafune forces Ibuki to drink an entire bottle of mustard. Ibuki ends up enjoying the experience. Yeah, of course she would. Morning 2. Mikan shoves carrots into Kaede's eyes, killing her. I wonder how that's possible. Ibuki tries to eat an unreasonable amount of food and begins to throw up. Celeste spills her spaghetti in front of Manafune. Muko orders a diet soda. Kotoko watches a funny kids cartoon where an adult man hurts his wrist. Kotoko laughs. Maki drinks very hot sauce. She does not survive. Hiyoko cuts up her fingers when making orange juice. How is that possible? Night 2. Ibuki finds a lobster tank and starts to eat from there. Celeste and Hiyoko kick the ice cream machine in hopes that it would fix the machine. It only ends up spraying them with ice cream. Mikan and Monica stab Angie to death by using forks. I wonder how that's possible. Hina and Hamiko argue about sodium chloride. Akane forces Hiroko to drink an entire bottle of mustard. Hiroko ends up enjoying the experience.
If you kids don't tell me who's in that bathroom, I am going to. You better tell your mom she's all out of that fancy body wash. Flip? Flip? Is that
Morning 3.
Is that my robe? What's going on here?
Wait.
We had an accident with Vanzilla and Flip got hurt. And since it was our fault, we've all been taking care of him.
Mahiru and Monica go on a smoke break with each other. Okay, what's a little kid doing smoking?
But lying to us is a whole other level. You're trying to
Manami attempts to eat very hot food but ends up badly scalding the roof of her mouth. Kyoko looks at the menu for 3 hours before ordering a breakfast plate.
Well, I guess it
Hina accidentally removed some flesh from her hand when cutting the meat. Hiroko kills Mikan and Ibuki in hopes that it will give her a better chance at Employee of the Month. Night 3. Celeste attempts to swallow a hot dog whole but chokes on it and dies.
On the bright side, maybe we'll get free flippies at the end of the week.
Mahibu and Mew try to butcher Monica, but Kotoko and Hina protect her by driving knives into the attackers, killing them. Manami forces Manafuni to drink an entire bottle of mustard. Manami ends up enjoying the experience. Hiyoko and Kyoko sleep in a double-sided table booth. Wait. Oh my god. Of course she would. Morning 4. Hamiko is an edgy child that drinks her breakfast coffee black. So does my...
In every Happy Meal. This trick is called boneless, but this is #boneless.
I think my mom? I don't know. Manafuni burns Akane shake. Hina and Hiroko argue about sodium chloride. Kyoko didn't wash her hands before serving food to Mukuro and Komoru. Both of them get violently ill and end up dying. 6 bell rings can be heard in the distance. Night 4. Hiyoko and Akane kicks the ice cream machine in hopes that it will fix the machine. It only ends up spraying them with ice cream. Hiroko didn't wash her hands before serving food to Hamiko and Hina. Both of them get violently ill and end up dying. The feast. There's an all-you-can-eat buffet special today. Hiroko attempts to swallow a hot dog whole but chokes on it and dies. Kotoko and Akane have a fun time. Manafuni decides not to go to the all-you-can-eat buffet special. Morning 5. Kotoko pours hot coffee over Hiyoko. 6 bell rings can be heard in the distance. Night 5. Hiyoko serves food she found in the trash and serves it to Akane, Kotoko, and Manafuni. They love how it tastes, apparently. Morning 6. Kotoko and Manafuni argue about sodium chloride. Akane slips on ice and cracks her skull open. Night 6. Hiyoko and Kotoko go on a smoke break with each other. What kind of kid smokes? Sheesh. Morning 7. Manafuni eats a tower of pancakes. Kotoko suffers death by chocolate. Night 7. Hiyoko uses a cheese grater to remove the flesh of Manafuni, killing her. Of course. Poor Mikon. tomorrow I will do families. So yeah, bye guys.